The Acolyte truly is a piece of garbage. Excrement. It's the lowest of the low. It's bad writing. And it's just generally quite awful. From its inception, muddled, bizarre production, the writing, it's all over the place. And these weird interviews with the showrunner where she's like, this is a story about the Sith. No Sith in the bloody thing. Well, maybe one. It's a story about power and who's allowed to wield it. And the Jedi, you know. We're going to blur the lines. Proceeds to show perfectly reasonable reaction to some bits and pieces from the Jedi side of stuff. It's garbage. It's crap. There's even more weird stuff. Like, oh, are all those witches dead? Because they were controlling Kelnaka. And Indara snapped him out of the mind grasp. Are they all dead? Well, she doesn't know, I guess. Showrunner says this: as we started to break it out and started to think about if I'm a Sith living and hiding during this period and what I know about Sith from watching the prequels as well as the sequels, what is the Holy Grail for the Sith? Not what do they quote want, because I think that differs from Sith to Sith, but at this point in time, what would they be desperate for? And I think it's the ability to create life. They're desperate for that. It's their ticket to being able to have a power that the Jedi we know do not have. Sorry, this is also some other garbage. She's talking about something that the Sith might want as well, which is to create life, because apparently they need to create life rather than just corrupt people. They're looking for the atomic bomb. May and Osha are not the Manhattan Project, but they're probably those early tests or lectures that were happening. That's where that power is right now. Theoretically, this could work. Fuck. Anyway, are they dead? They're dead, she confirmed. But wait, they're not. I would leave it up to interpretation in terms of whether Indara knocked them out and then they were part of the larger fire or disaster that occurred to them. In my opinion, it's a very risky decision because she's messing with something she doesn't understand. So they're apparently dead. Did she kill them? We don't know. But then maybe they just stayed unconscious or maybe they died. She doesn't really know. But she does say, oh, they are dead. But I would say it's up to interpretation. My personal thing is that I felt that it tracked that exactly what you said. So apparently Indara killed him. Somehow. Because she stopped them controlling a Wookiee? All of them? What an absolutely weak piss power the witches have. We're going to control this Wookiee, but if you stop him, we're all going to die. Why would you do that? This article says, many fans have been critical of the latest episode's explanation for why Torben chose to take the Barash vow before willingly killing himself when May confronted him. To that, the showrunner said it boils down to the Jedi being so guilt-ridden. It was the witch's fault. They got inside his head first. This is so bad in every way. He made a really stupid mistake. And it was a mistake with horrible consequences. He really was the match that lit that entire thing. No, he wasn't. Mother Anastasia was. Torben wasn't. Mother Anastasia got in Torben's head. If she hadn't done that, do these people not understand what they've already written? I think that it's a natural thing for him to take the Barash vow and say, I've just got to atone for this thing. If the decision is that we're not going to get right with the council, then I got to do something. And that's the thing. All three of them do something. This fucking woman, honestly. Oh, there's more. Mother Anastasia was turning into the Force, apparently. Oh my god. Oh, this is just... It's a joke. So apparently she was becoming the Force. So in an interview with Nerdist, Headland was asked about the scene. When May asked for help, Anastasia not only starts dematerializing her own body, she makes May turn into a shadow as well. What can you tell us about what exactly is happening there and why? It's going to be an epic response? No, it's probably not. Anastasia's main concern is that violence will be used in this confrontation. Did you watch the episode? What was edited? Jodie and I talked about the meaning of the two things. One, that Anastasia must have come from some place that utilised violence. It's something she would have seen when she was a child. Something that she would have endured in her coming of age. So the main concern is obviously the safety of her children, the physical safety of them. The secondary concern is, I do not want my children or my legacy to be affected by something violent. I want to remove them from whatever that is. She then detailed that she was actually becoming one with the Force. The why about the dematerializing is the first thing that Jodie and I talked about in seeding the character. What she's doing is what Jecki says in episode 4. That it's an honour to see anyone transform into the Force. I believe that Anastasia is transforming herself and May into the Force in a way that doesn't kill them. We've just reached fucking clown show logic on Star Wars now. Jesus. So Headland is claiming that a group of witches who've described their own powers as a dark and unnatural thing earlier in the show have obtained the ability to transform into the Force on a whim. So individuals engaging in dark and unnatural abilities would not have the ability to transform into the Force, given they are corrupting the Force and are clearly not aligning their will with the will of the Force. Furthermore, the show previously described the ability that the witches use as the thread instead of the Force. This woman. So Headland would then go on to say how she views the witch's power. Says the Night Sisters utilise magic exclusively. With my witches, it's a bit of a hybrid. They're definitely dabbling in the Force and calling the Force by a different name. They're trying to cultivate their sensitivity to it without having to be trained by the Jedi. Is that even possible? But I also think that in the Ascension ceremony, you see how they're utilising not shit songs as well. Not just wherever the Virgins may be physically on the planet, but the Eclipse. These powerful movements of heavenly bodies and whatever's under the earth, that type of thing. What is meant to be expressed there is that they're drawing their power from nature, magic and the Force. So we never sort of go, they're using magic the way that the Night Sisters are. They're using the Force, even though they're not Jedi. This woman. Still no season 2. What a surprise. Not been greenlit. So, it says, do you know if you're getting a season 2? No, she replied. I have no idea. Well, not that I have no idea. I would say that there are conversations, and I don't know when that will happen. I don't know when that decision will be made. I bet they'll do it just to spite us, won't they? I don't have anything else to say to this. This is such dog shit. Leave your thought. Look how plastic this looks. Look at that. That's $180 million, guys. $180 million gets you this garbage. I could have bought me so many classic cars. I would have loved that. Anyway, what do you guys think? Let me know down below. Cheers, guys. Take care. Bye-bye now.